Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Thank you all for joining us. And we welcome our live viewers and our viewers that are going to be watching during the replay. Tonight, we've got something special for you. And we thank you for joining us for the virtual book signing event celebrating Janet and the work that she has done with this affirmation guide. And we are just excited that she's going to share all of the details with us tonight. She's going to announce some valuable information, and her mission is to empower and uplift. So let me just start by introducing my friend, my girlfriend, Janet Smith, who is the creator and the mastermind behind this awesome this affirmation book.
Thank you, Coach Tammy. I say Coach Tammy. I will always refer to you as Coach Tammy. And for those that don't know, when Tammy and I first met, it was virtual. It was in a 21-day masterclass where she was teaching us how to master our curls. And it kind of seems like I've actually been following in your footsteps since then. So I mastered my curls in 21 days. And a few months later, I became a curl coach, following in your footsteps.
Yeah.
And even a little while after that, you are the face of Curl Mix, one of the Curl Mix models. Several months later, Curl Mix invited me to be a model as well. So I'm following you. I'm excited to see what we'll do next.
That's right. Well, maybe we'll do something actually with Curl Mix together. That would be awesome.
That would be so exciting. So I say all that to say I am truly honored to be chatting with you today and to be chatting with the live viewers, as well as if you're watching on the replay. So glad to have you here with us. It's so cool. So I want to go over the agenda to let you know what we're going to chat about and what to expect from this event tonight. I want to do a quick recap of the 21-day affirmation challenge, tell you all about that and what kind of led to that. I want to do a deep dive into the journal and tell you how to use it, how to get the most out of it, and what led to that creation. There's 3 exciting announcements that I have. Then we're going to do some Q&A. And there's an exciting announcement of the prize winner with the 21-day affirmation challenge. There was a participation prize winner, and we're going to announce that person too. So now you know, you have the agenda, you know what to expect and what's going on tonight. And thanks for
And also too, if you guys can let us know where you're checking in and where you're tuning in from, that would be great.
I see some of the ladies joining us and saying hello. That's awesome. Hey, Miss Nanette and Lynette and Sandra.
Hey, Nanette, Sandra, and Lynette.
So cool. So I want to first give you a little bit of a peek into my personal journey. And just, you know, kind of behind the scenes, I guess you can say, so to speak. So my, let's see, how should I start this? I'll say the positive affirmation journal is actually rooted in my own personal journey, really. This serves as a constant source of empowerment and self affirmation for me because I need that empowering words and those affirmations constantly. I need it all the time. And so while I have a really good source of support, I'm blessed to have family and friends and loved ones that support me. They're just not always able to be there all the time.
That's right.
And even with that, people don't know exactly when you have those negative thoughts in your head and when to chime in and give you that support that you need. So the positive affirmation journal for me serves as a 24/7 resource so that I can have that self empowerment. It gives me a place to go to when I have those negative thoughts in my head, gives me a place to go to redirect those thoughts into positive thoughts and to be intentional, to make a choice to change those thoughts into positive thoughts and to write it down, to get into a habit of writing it down. So you probably had a friend in elementary school, I'm sure it wasn't yourself, that may have gotten called to the chalkboard, called out to write down maybe "I will not talk" 100 times or whatever the phrase is.
Mhm.
So they were brought up to do that, one as a form of punishment, but two as a form to engrave that message into their brain. So by writing it down over and over, it helps you to remember what to do or what not to do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same premise behind this positive affirmation. Writing something down daily, it helps to infuse it into your brain and into your subconscious. So that's kind of what led into the 21-day affirmation challenge as well. So I wanted the 21-day affirmation challenge to be a way for people to receive positive affirmations from me, to receive those and to share them with other people as well. So, it serves to reason that if you are feeding yourself positive affirmations on a daily, then it's a bit easier for you to share that with other people. So that's why I wanted to do the positive affirmation challenge. And for those of you that participated in that, you already know. But for those of you that did not participate, what that was started on September 1st, went to September 21st, and it was 21 days of me sharing a different positive affirmation each day. And so the participants have the chance to win some positive affirmation merch, which was pretty cool. So each day they share either the post that I share or their own positive affirmation or something from their journey, from their journal, or just whatever affirmations that they wanted to share. So it was very inspiring. And actually, during that positive affirmation challenge, I received lots of different photos and selfies of people taking a picture of themselves with the journal. And it inspired me
Yeah.
because they were excited about being on their own journey so much so that they, shared a picture of themselves with the journal. So of course, I had to put a little video together and I want to show you what that looks like. And I'll just say, roll that beautiful bean footage. I
I
think
love
that's
that.
so cool.
It is. And you know what the journal reminds me of too is there's a gospel song that says, encourage yourself. Sometimes you just have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you have to speak life into yourself. And no matter how you feel, speak the word and you will be healed. And it's like that in book form, because you're
Mm.
right. It doesn't matter what the world is saying. It's the voice inside your head that matters the most. And just like the masterclass, it takes 21 days to change a habit. So when you really start to speak life into to yourself, you're able to pour that into the world instead of, having a negative energy. So that was awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Uh, so true, so very true. And if you notice that very last selfie that came in, it was of Coach Tammy, and I think she wants to show us a live version of that selfie.
I will gladly show you my outfit, because today I was telling Janet this. First of all, the lady on here, I love her. She's gorgeous. She's us, Janet. She's us. Um, but I've ordered this dress because, of course, if you all know me, I love to coordinate. But I thought the colors, I love colors, and I just loved everything about this dress. So to me, it embodies everything that Coach Janet is doing with the journal. And you know, so I'm actually wearing it. So I was happy to support and happy to buy it. And my earrings say dope, because all Black women are dope. We are all amazing, and we have to continue to tell ourselves that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And your earrings are definitely dope. I mean,
Thank,
it goes perfectly
thank you so much.
with what you have. Um, so if anyone has not had a chance to send in their selfies with the journal, I would love for you to share them and to send them in, because I'm going to make that montage even longer. I want to have an even longer video, and just also to hear how the affirmation journal has touched you, and how it has affected you, and how it has helped you grow as well. And also, we would love, love, love for you to write a review on Amazon if you have purchased the journal already. The reviews definitely help out with the Amazon algorithms, so that more people can be in the know, and more people can be alerted of just the fact that it exists, that it's out there. So definitely write a review if you so choose to, if it's put on your heart to do so. And also, what we're here for is the virtual book signing. So I want to encourage you also to request an autographed book plate. If you do have your book, or even if you're planning to order your book, this QR code on the screen, you can scan that. But if you're watching on your phone, you probably won't be able to scan it. So there's a link, and I'll share all the links in the description of this video, so that you'll be able to go back and get those as well. So we definitely want you to request this so that you get your copy.
I just scanned mine. I just scanned the QR code.
Awesome, awesome. So I want to dive just a little bit deeper into the journal, just to give more information about the structure, and how to use it, and how to get the best out of the journal itself, and just kind of what led to this as well, more behind the scenes and info about what's going on here. So this is not just a prompt journal. It's 90 days to release your inner confidence, and doing that daily, like Tammy said, over 21 days helps to build a habit that makes it easier for you to do something more naturally. Well, initially, my thoughts were to do positive affirmations for the whole year, for 365 days, but that book would have been a little thick. So I decided to break it up into quarters and do 90 days at a time, which is why this is volume one. And it's easier to digest an elephant if you make small bites and chew and then another bite and chew. So I definitely didn't want it to be totally overwhelming, to even digest or to get through. But the way the book is structured, there's 13, I call them weeks, but you can call them chapters. There's 13 chapters, weeks, and each week starts with an inspirational theme that kind of sets the standard for your week. And with that week, you're also able to write some SMART goals for yourself and for the week ahead. And depending upon what's going on with you and your week, if you know that you've got some challenges that week, you can write that stuff down,
Mhm.
um, so that you can be intentional with what you should do, need to do, might want to do to tackle those challenges or embrace those challenges. And that's just setting yourself up for success, setting your week up for success. And then going into each week, you will have daily, see if I can show this in camera. You'll have your daily Bible verses, your daily affirmation, and you're also going to have a daily prompt. So if you're someone that kind of needs help with what to write about, you have a prompt in here. But if you're someone that already knows what you need to do and how you need to plan your week and how you want to make that week better, you can just write in the spaces that are provided. But if you do need prompts, there's self-guided prompts to help you get through each week. So, like I said, you start each day with the Bible verse, with the affirmation, and with a daily prompt. And there's plenty of space for you to write some notes based on how things are going. And so as you come into the weekend, at the end of your week, you're going to have space. Let's get to day 7. You're going to have a bit of a recap so that you can review how your week has gone. You can reflect on the goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of that week, and how you were able to accomplish them, what came up, what you did do, what you didn't do, just to write it all down. I find it very insightful to go back on my journals just to
Mhm.
see, like, where I started at the beginning of that week or the beginning of the month, and just to see the progress that I've made over time. You
I
know,
was I was gonna say that it's really good when you share your thoughts because you can actually see how far you come, and you can actually see how your thoughts have changed the more you begin to really, writing is therapeutic anyway, but really just begin to just spill your feelings out onto paper. You can come back and see how you overcame something, something you might have been struggling with in the first week. You can see on maybe, the fourth week that's no longer an issue. So it's excellent how it's laid out.
that is so true. And you can see those challenges or those tests, and they become testimonies, right? They
Right.
definitely can become testimonies once you get through them, and you're able to share that with other people, and just let them know how you have gotten through your own situation. Now, it may not apply to them in exactly the same way, but it can be inspiration for
Mhm.
someone else. One, just so that we know that we're not alone in whatever it is that we're going through. So that's why, another reason why I'm definitely a proponent of sharing your story, whatever that is, because we
Yeah.
don't know how it will affect or infect other people that may be going through something similar.
Yeah.
So
God didn't bring you through it to keep it to yourself.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, absolutely. So when you are at the end of week 13, you're going to go into the reflection questions. So there's reflection questions at the end of each 13 weeks, just to kind of help you get a holistic review of what you've been through over the past 90 days and to really self reflect on just your accomplishments and um, the things that you've experienced. Because for me, sometimes I forget and it's like, oh, wow, that happened. That's right. And things kind of merged together and it seems like it was years ago you went through something. It was just like not too long ago.
Mhm.
So yes, it's definitely good to do that. And another thing that I wanted to mention intentionally was this cover. This cover was intentional. Why was it intentional? Well, this cover is specifically announcing Black women in here. And why is that? That's because it is unfortunate that Black women don't have as much representation in marketing, in media, in publications, and in many things. So it was very intentional on my from my viewpoint to make sure that there's representation here, filling that um, representative gap that exists right now. So it's intentional for me to make this for Black women, but in addition to that, this is inclusive. Anyone that picks up this book, honestly, whether it's male or female, if you are taking the intentional steps to perform the actions and the habits of doing the prompts, going through the affirmations, you can find transformation in 90 days.
Yes.
So it is inclusive for anyone that intentionally participates and takes it serious.
Yes. And I love that because representation matters. And it's just good to acknowledge us, when we've been disregarded so much. So I love that you were intentional about that.
Yes, because historically, there's been products that we can use that wasn't necessarily advertised to us, but it was marketed as for everyone. Well, I want to purchase something that visually I can see that it's for me, um, and I know that it will be um, definitely something that I can benefit from. So,
Yes. Awesome.
yeah. And I also want to share with you another reason that led me to create this positive affirmation journal because many of you may be familiar with love languages, with the five love languages. There's words of affirmation, there's quality time, there's gifts. There's help me with the rest of them. Acts of service. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. And if you're watching this live and you know all of the affirmations, I'm curious to hear what your love language is. If you can comment with your love language, it's just always curious to me to see what other people's love languages are. Mine is gifts.
Mine
I
is
love,
support.
I'm sorry, yours is what?
Support. Support.
Okay. Like acts of service.
Hmm.
Okay, awesome. So I along with the gifts, it's the words of affirmation. So for me, having that love language, this just made sense to infuse those two together. So I made myself a gift that I need, a compiled a list of affirmations to gift to myself.
Hmm.
And for me, I love to gift to others the things that I need for myself. So it just made sense for me to create this gift so that I can share it with other people and spreading that positivity far and wide. And it's going to help you to recognize something maybe that you lost touch with, maybe that you never recognized in yourself and just never knew you had. So I think that it's exists just to bring that self confidence to the forefront.
Love that. It's definitely not just a book, it's a life-changing experience.
Yes, it, it definitely can be for sure. So I'm excited about that. Um, we have some comments here. I definitely want to check out the comments um, that we have, but I'd love to go into three quick announcements that are pretty exciting that I'm excited about. So the first, I didn't want like a drum roll. I don't have any sound effects.
Announcement number one.
Right. So my pseudo drum roll is, so with the volume one of the positive affirmations, it's now going to be accessible via a PDF.
That's awesome.
I am actually beyond excited about having this available as a PDF because I am team digital. I am team digital all the way. I love me to pull out my iPad and to write something down in my digital journal. But I realize there are others that are team paper. I'm curious to know if you're team digital or team paper. Let us know in the comments if you like to flip through pages with your fingers or if you like to just pick up your stylus and write in your tablet or your iPad. Coach Tammy, what overall are you team digital or team paper?
When it comes to journals, I'm team paper. But I for me, it's easier for me too, like if I travel, to have the option to do both, because don't necessarily want to have something, a journal with me. I'd be able to just, go on a device and enter my information. But I will say that you are so talented with this, with everything, with the colors and the ideas. So, you're just so blessed to have all those talents. But I definitely would want it in the PDF as well as having a paper copy, just so I have options.
Awesome. So do you find yourself like when you are writing something in your journal digitally, do you usually transfer so that you'll have them all in paper or all in
Yes.
one place? Or
I
do you?
try to keep them all in one place, because a lot of times I have my best ideas at night. So I will go on my phone and, put it in my phone and then later transfer it to paper. So I do
Mm,
that a lot. So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, I definitely understand having your best ideas at night. I have my best ideas with my eyes closed and on my walks. Like when I'm
Yeah.
on a walk in nature, so many things go through my head. And it's like I need a recorder just
Yeah.
to record it all at the time. But uh,
It comes in waves. It's almost like when you're able to shut everything else out, then you allow God to speak to you. And I think that's what's good about the journal too, as well, because it makes you stop, it makes you reflect, and it makes you just really focus on yourself instead of all the other things that are going on.
that is spot on because we're in kind of a state of meditation, and it just totally makes sense that you have those ideas when you don't have so much noise in your
Yeah.
head. So you're spot on.
Yeah.
Um, so PDF announcement number one. Announcement number two is with regards to volume two. Volume two is slated to be released on Black Friday. Ah, I'm excited about that. And and let's just go into announcement number three. Announcement number three is that the PDF for volume 2 is going to be available before the print. So I'm excited
Nice.
about that as well.
That's
And
awesome.
this is an exclusive sneak peek on the cover for volume 2, which
I
is
love her too. She's beautiful.
so keeping in the same theme so that, as you have the whole series, they look good together. They complement each other.
Mhm.
They complement each other on the shelf or wherever you're keeping them. So, yeah, the QR code for pre-ordering um, volume 2 is on the screen as well, and we'll have the link in the description of this video as well. And just so that you can stay in the loop of when that becomes available, as it is available, I encourage you to sign up for our email list. The QR code is once again on screen, but the link will be in the description so that you can stay in the know and get your PDF, because there's going to be an early bird special pricing for um, volume two's PDF as well as for volume one's PDF that's available right now. So,
Awesome.
yay.
Yay.
And
So
so I want,
we got something good to look forward to Black Friday.
yes, 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 yes. Awesome. I want to just remind you to request your book plate so that you get that, and I can send it in the mail to you. So when you request that, this is what it looks like, and I'll be able to autograph that for you and place it in the mail at no charge to you, of course.
Awesome.
So exciting. And I think that is the last of our announcements.
All right, so we're going to transition into the Q&A interactive discussion session. We have some frequently asked questions, but if you have any new ones, type them in below and we will get to as many as we can today. Okay, Janet. So our first question is, what inspired you to focus on affirmations and create this journal series?
Well, it's kind of similar to what I mentioned before about my love language. My love language is gifts, and I realized that the most powerful gift that I can give was to give others and myself the gift of love and of hope through positive affirmations.
Yeah. And it's actually the gift that will keep on giving, because as someone gets in touch with themselves, they become a better person to the all the people that surround them, and then can be a source of encouragement for someone else that they may have overcome something that they're struggling with. They're able to give positive affirmation to someone else who's not where they are yet.
That is so true. I agree.
All right, our next question: how do you recommend using the journal for maximum impact?
Um, so I think consistency is key. I think really consistency is key, and with anything. So starting with your daily Bible verse, as well as your daily affirmation, and then the daily prompt, it just sets you up for a very productive day, and it sets the tone for positive mindset.
Mhm. I agree with that. Excellent advice. Okay, our next question. What can we expect from volume two, 90 days to achieving work-life balance?
So from volume 2, you can expect a little bit of similarities from volume 1, but we're going to dive more into work-life balance and a topic that many of us may struggle with. And so we'll provide you with intentional and specific affirmations and prompts that are really geared to achieving that equilibrium, and that looks totally different for everyone. And balance doesn't always look like this. Balance for you could look like this. So it looks totally different for everyone.
Something my mentor told me years ago that stuck with me. She said, as a woman, yes, you can do everything. You just don't have to do it all at once. And so I
Mm,
think this journal is going to be excellent for those of us that do have to balance work life, because we beat ourselves up, and where most of us are actually doing an above amazing job. We just have to take a pause to say, you know what, we can't do everything all at once. So I'm looking forward to volume 2 for sure, for sure, for sure. I'll probably give those as gifts because I know a lot of people that probably need to have a balance for that.
mm,
So next question, frequently
that's
asked question
one.
is, how is volume 2 different from volume 1?
So the difference in volume one, where it's kind of general and it's an introduction to boosting your confidence, volume two is going to really zero into the work life balance, like we mentioned before, and just have more targeted affirmations and targeted reflection questions on helping you evolve through that. Like I said, it's different for everyone.
It's like the next level almost. It's like the first one is like getting you grounded, and then the next one is taking you to the next level. So love that.
Yes, building blocks for sure.
Yeah. So here's another great question is, how did you design your cover art? Because it is fabulous.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, for the cover art, I really wanted to just kind of infuse technology meaningfully. So, if my curl friends are on here, my other friends are on here, you know that I'm a geeky girl, I'm a tech girl. I love tech. So, I decided to play around with AI. Um, and for those of you that are unfamiliar, it's artificial intelligence. So I began experimenting with the prompts and the with AI designs. You basically give it a command, so to speak, and you tell it what you want it to do or describe what you want to create. So I was describing the set of emotions and tone that I wanted people to feel when they saw the book. So this AI generated several different covers for me. It was really hard to choose which one, but it generated a canvas for me, and I was able to take that canvas and go into Canva as well as into Procreate and do some tweaks on that so that I can really make it what I wanted it to be and what I thought it should be. Like I said, I'm a geeky girl. And so this was exciting for me just to create and doodle. I love to doodle. So it allowed me to kind of be creative. And with this, just along the lines of AI art, one of the things that I definitely made a point to do was to do a Google reverse image search so that I could make sure that whatever it did spit out in the beginning was not already out there anywhere.
Oh,
So
makes
that was
sense.
something that was important to me. And I love colors. I know you love colors.
I do. I do.
I
As a
think
matter of fact, if I don't have on colors, people are like, "Are you okay?"
right. And different colors evoke different emotions and different feelings. So, you when you look at certain colors, you do have different feelings. Like red is emotional. Red is symbols love and passion. Blue is commonly known for trust. Orange and yellow is like passion and happiness. So I challenge you or encourage you to just look at the colors for brands that you really love and you really like and you really participate with, and do some research on those colors so that you
Yeah,
can kind of get a behind the scenes idea to know what they're trying to make you feel or how they're trying to make you feel. I think that's a good test.
that's a great suggestion too. And that's fascinating that you combined the artificial intelligence AI, and then your personal touch, because I mean, I feel the cover like it speaks to me. Like, you know, she's fierce, she's fabulous, and she's focused. So I mean, I mean, it just speaks to me and creates a level of emotional it resonates with me with the journal.
Mhm.
So and you're so tech savvy. I love it. I love that about you too, because it's like you're you have the soft side with the tech side, and it's like the perfect balance because you're so in tune with feelings of a Black woman, and you're also like you said, geek out on the colors and putting it together. So that it's just a perfect combo. So here's another one. Here's another question. Um, how did you find your publisher for your book series?
That's a very good question. So I actually decided to self-publish, and I went with uh, Kindle Direct Publishing, which is KDP, and it's a affiliate of Amazon. And I went the route of self-publishing because it allowed me really the freedom to maintain the vision that I had for the project. I wanted it to be something specific, and I wanted it to be that,
Yeah.
and not morphed into something else.
Yeah, because a lot of people have ideas. They just don't know how to bring them to fruition. So you've done that. You've done an amazing job at doing that. And how long did it take you to finish the project?
So it just in total, because like I said initially, um, my goal is to do a 365-day of prompts, days of prompts, but I broke it down into 90 days. So it took about a year, a labor of love for sure. But in that year, I have the four different um, subjects or book titles, and the outlines. I just have to put the meat and potatoes into all of that. So.
Nice. So the next question, what resources or inspirations did you use?
So I do have a network of other authors. So I tapped into the network of authors and self-publishing forums. KDP has some resources, some great resources as well, and definitely did some research on Bible verses for specifically for confidence and for some of the other titles or chapters or weeks that are in the book as well. And it helped me to get some verses that were resonating with the prompts and resonating with the themes for each week.
Yeah, I love the Bible verses too because it's the spiritual side and the, you know, inspirational side, and then the encouraging. It all rolls into one. So I do love that you gave a Bible verse for that because it gives you a little Bible study at the same time.
Right. Yes. Helps you to remember Bible verses.
Yeah, remember where your help comes from. All right.
Exactly.
So, last question, great question, is what's been your experience as a Black female author, self-published on Amazon through KDP? And I didn't even know about KDP until now, so I'm all ears.
Well, it's definitely been an empowering journey. While publishing has a long way to go, just similar to the marketing in regards to representation. Um, of Black women in general. So I'll say that platforms like KDP, I think it's a great resource for creators like me, creators like you, and all of us to be able to have a chance to inform based on our experiences, to affirm in this case, and to tell our stories the way that we want to tell them. So I definitely encourage anyone and everyone to look into it if it's a passion that they've ever had or something that they're looking to pursue. And I am willing to help you.
Yes, you are. You're amazing at that. And I do love that you self-published it because it allows you to bring your vision forth without someone picking it apart. I do like that. And I think that that's important too, because when God gives you a vision, he wants you to bring it forth the way that he gave it to you. And sometimes, like they say, the vision wasn't a conference call. So sometimes others don't fully understand what you're trying to convey to the world. So self-publishing gives you the authority to pull it together the way that you want it to be. So thank you for sharing your experience and wisdom with us today. And thank you for allowing me to host your virtual book signing too.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, because um, I really do appreciate you, and I appreciate your support. And you have really given that to me since day one. Since day one of the masterclass last year, when you were showing all of us, I think in that class there were over 3,000 participants in your masterclass. But I mean, I can speak for myself. It felt like you were coaching me personally, and I think that's just you and your personality and how you just are a natural girlfriend. You're a natural coach. You're a coach on fellowship. You're a coach on finances. You're a coach on fashion. You're a coach on faith. And I'll add family in there too, because I know when we finally did meet in person, you and I, with our misters, everyone got along great.
Yeah, we
And
did. It's like we knew each other forever.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
So it's natural. You are a natural supporter, and I appreciate that
awesome.
as well. So I want to definitely go into our final announcement, and that's going to be the winner from the 21-day affirmation challenge that we had. The 21-day affirmation challenge, we had some really good participants that were showing up and sharing the positive affirmations that I shared, sharing their own positive affirmations. um, but we have one prize winner that is going to get a bundle prize, and I want to share with you who that is. Drum roll. All right. Miss
Yay! Congratulations,
Lynette.
Lynette. That's
Yay.
awesome.
Lynette was amazing. She started participating actually before the challenge started. She was like, how do I get into this? Where do I sign up? What do I do? So Lynette was sharing on her feed some of the daily challenges and her own personal affirmations as well. So I want to say thank you for your participation, Lynette, and thank you to everyone that participated in this challenge. And I'm excited to do this again because I don't think we can spread positive affirmation too much.
No, you can't. We need it more. We need it. We really do need it more. With all the things that are going on in the world, everybody needs a positive word every day. So, this is the perfect avenue for you to really change your thinking, because you can really change your mindset when you begin to speak life into yourself.
I agree. I totally agree. Um, and I definitely want to encourage everyone that's watching this live, or if you're watching this on the replay, to follow Tammy. She has some amazing things going on. You can follow her on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, but I think maybe Facebook and Instagram are the top two
Yes.
where you will be able to find her. As you can see, she's very stylish, an amazing fashion coach, an amazing finance coach, faith coach, and I always want to say family and fellowship because
Throw it on
um,
in there.
I'm gonna throw all of it in there because you naturally are the curl friend.
Thank
It's
you.
just natural. Yeah, I don't think you ever meet strangers.
No, I try not to at least. And I thank God for the opportunity to. I feel like every time that I encounter someone, I know that it's a divine connection. It's either coming to teach me something or to, to enhance. So, I take a lesson from everything. So I encourage all of you to do that whenever life is not always going to be what you want it to be, but there's a lesson or a blessing in everything. So, um, thank you for
Mm,
having me. And, if all things faith, finance, fitness, financial hair, and fashion is what I do. So thank you again, Janet, for having me.
awesome. Thank you so much. And I see Lynette in the comments. So, Lynette, I need to get your information so that I can send you your tote, your canvas tote. We had it on the screen, your
And earring.
spiral book, and the earrings. Yes, we had actually, I think, 3 days of affirmation art where I did earrings one day, and the earrings that I made, those are being gifted in your bundle. I did a affirmation T-shirt design one day, as well as affirmation digital covers. I'll have the links for all of that so that you guys can go and look at it. But thanks to everyone for being here and for tuning in.
And don't forget to get your apparel as well, because this is definitely a conversation piece. So when people see it, they'll ask you questions about it, and then it'll give you the opportunity to tell them about the affirmation journal and where the cover, this is the cover of the book and all those things. So don't forget about that too.
I'll add that link in there too. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
See, I knew you would keep me on track. You definitely keep me on track. Thanks
Thank
again.
No problem. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.